Hey everybody, hope everybody can see me. For some reason, something failed. The countdown went down and it didn't go to me, so I don't know what happened. You just kind of sit there going, okay, now what? Let me turn all my sound down here so I make sure that I'm not... Okay, so I hope we have some people here today. It seems somebody else decided to go live just before we did, so... I didn't know if we were going to have anybody here. But this is a controversy-free zone. So we're going to keep tonight and every other craft night strictly to crafting. So please, everybody, I know everybody's a little on edge with everything that's going on these days. But let's keep all questions, comments, remarks, everything strictly to fun, crafting, nothing to do with anything that's going on in the world other than in the craft room. Okay, so we're here to have some fun. Gosh, I hope everybody is having a good week. What day is it today? Today's Thursday. Wow, I don't know how that happens. I started thinking about crafting today and I thought, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been so out of it because I've been working a lot, but I haven't been crafting. I haven't done any crafting since we were here last week. So I just kind of felt, I don't know, I felt like I was out of practice. Alan, did you feel like you were out of practice with this today?
Yes.
It's weird when a whole week goes by. But anyway, gosh, it's so good to see everybody here. So many people. I hope more are still going to be joining us. We're going to be working with something fun today. You guys already saw the craft kit that we released on pre-order. And guess what? Can you guess? Everything came in. So we have inventoried everything, right? We inventoried everything. I don't do the inventory. My staff does the inventory.
I don't know that inventory. I mean, I didn't count them.
You didn't count them or anything?
I know they're here.
Okay, well, they're here. We know they're here. Anyway, we are going to begin packing up the orders for the craft kit, and we're going to be getting them shipped out tomorrow, Saturday, and thereafter. So if you don't have yours already, I highly recommend that you get your order in because they are going quickly and they are really, really cool and they're jam-packed with all kinds of goodies. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. Oh, and did you notice my background? My background behind me today is, if you guys, anybody here from the United States and, well, my generation would recognize this. This is the Flintstones, and I chose the Flintstones because I am working with, where is it? I'm going to be working with, this is a die set from the, it's called In the Doghouse. And this is part of that craft kit. And this reminds me, if you look at that, the buildings actually, they're dog houses, but it's like a city of dog houses, like a row of them. And it actually reminds me of the Flintstones, the buildings in the Flintstones. So I thought it would be kind of fun to have the Flintstones behind me today. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera, and as you guys already know, if you have any questions or anything, put them out there. Alan's going to send the questions on through to me. You can ask me questions about crafting, anything that we're doing, anything about Alan or I. We will try and answer those. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras, and we're going to get rolling. I love how that just kind of swooshes off to the side. It's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to get my glasses on here. And we're going to see, let me show you what we're going to be working with. So I already showed you this. This is In the Doghouse. And then we also have the Doghouse layering stencils, which are technically designed to be used on their own. Oh, let me get rid of that green screen. They're technically designed to be used on their own. There's actually 3 stencils in here. And we show you step 1, 2, and 3, how you can layer them upon each other. And then you can create this beautiful row of stencil doghouses. But it just so happens that they're very similarly sized to the In the Doghouse die. So you can lay them over that and you can color those in. And that's actually what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be using one of these stencils today. We're also going to be working with Alaskan Adventures, the stamp set, and the coordinating dies. If you haven't seen this, by the way, these are part of the Alaskan Adventures craft kit. These are also part of the craft kit. So you get all of these stamps, these really, really cute little doggies. So we have the Huskies in here and we have the St. Bernard. you can see on the back that we've got colored images. We do that on all of our stamps. It helps you to see the images better, and it also kind of gives you a suggestion or an idea as to how you can color them up if you choose. And then, of course, the coordinating dies, and on the back we show you which die goes with which stamp. So we're going to have those. And then, you know how I am about making sure that I'm very, very particular about making sure that, you know, if we put these things out now, which we did, that you're going to be able to use these with collections from the past as well as collections moving forward. So we're very, very careful about how we size all of our images. So that being said, Snow Dear to Me, we're going to be working with these today. I've specifically wanted these trees and then the dies. And this is from our prior fall-winter collection. So I pulled this in because I wanted to use those trees. They're going to work beautifully with the dogs. Okay? So I pulled those in. I've also got my trusty Over the Hills because I use this constantly when I'm scene building. I think I'm going to pull one of the sentiments from the Wave Ribbon Banner Stack, the Christmas Wishes, which is actually on, we've sold out of it. It's on pre-order. We cannot keep this one in stock. I'm going to grab one of these out of here. I'll talk to you about these if you haven't seen them already. But this is on, it is reordered, and we're expecting that stock to come in hopefully within the next couple of weeks. And then we're going to be making a slimline card, so I wanted to use my slimline corner scallop. So that's all the product that we're going to be using today. And I've got a question here. Stephanie is saying, will you have your new release out soon? Ha 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 ha. We do have another new release coming out. We haven't announced exactly what's in the collection yet. It is currently being shipped to retail stores, and it should be announced within the next couple of weeks. It's actually, it's a small kind of Christmas add-on. I think you're going to love it. It's actually pretty cool. But it is a small collection, a very small collection. Can't get these little pieces out of here. So as you can see, I've already prepped some stuff here. I just answered that, Alan.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, listening.
See, just like every other day, Alan's not listening. He just tunes me out. Doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So here's what I've got going here. I've got these 4 doghouses. This is from the Doghouse die set. I've gone ahead and I've created this little background, which I'm going to talk to you about. You can see that I've got, now I have not placed any of this together yet, so I don't know what's going to work and what isn't going to work. I literally was just stamping, coloring, cutting, and we'll see what happens. These 2 pieces here were cut with my Over the Hills die, and I don't know if you can see that, but I actually cut these out of cold press watercolor paper. I think you can see it right there. This cold press water paper is really, really bumpy, and I thought that would be fun for the texture for snow. So I cut 2 of these, and we're going to see how those are going to fit on the slim line. Here's those 4 trees. And then, let's see, what characters do I have? These are the 2 dogs that I chose to work with from the Alaskan Adventure stamp set. This is also part of that border die. And then all of these little yellow pieces here are also part of the border die. So let me explain to you what I did. We'll kind of go one at a time here. I went ahead and I stamped up some of these characters from the Alaskan Adventures. These are the 2 that I ended up coloring and using for this card. Because it's a slimline card, let me go back to this. My plan is this. Whoops, I got little pieces flying all over the place. My plan is this. Oh, look at this black shimmery paper. This is one of the papers in that Alaskan Adventures card kit. So you get this beautiful cardstock. Hear that? It's a really, really heavy duty cardstock. This one shimmers and it's just gorgeous. So my idea is this. I have my card base, and with my slimline corner scalloped, I use these 2 outer dies here, and I ran them through together. So let me do this. I have these pieces right here, all right? I started with my I'm not going to do all these steps because it would take too long. Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface. This is what I use whenever I'm going to be blending with inks. So, to catch you guys up on what I did, I started with 3 of my hybrid inks. The first one is Fandango. That's at the bottom. And then I went to La La Lavender. That's in the middle. And then Dark Wash Jeans. That's up at the top. All right. So I started by blending Fandango, La La Lavender, Dark Wash Jeans all the way up to the top. Then it wasn't quite as dark as I wanted once I put it up against like near this almost black cardstock. So I actually took a little bit of my Raven hybrid ink and I blended a tiny little bit of that up across the top just to give it that extra deep color up at the edge. And I think it just turned out really beautifully. Once I had these blended, I then took this paper and I have a box where I do like all my spraying and, you know, things that I don't want to get everywhere. And I went on a hunt. I haven't done any, you know, painting with acrylics or anything in my studio in a long time. I went on a hunt in my studio and I found this big thing of acrylic paint, and come to think of it, I didn't even check to see if it has an expiration date on it. I just shook this puppy up as much as I could. And I literally grabbed this paintbrush here and I just dipped the tip into that. And while this was in the box, I just kind of went like this, like that. And I sprinkled the white acrylic paint. I didn't water it down or anything because I didn't want it to look watered down. So I literally, and this kind of a brush tip, kind of like a fan, it works so beautifully. Make sure you don't have too much on there so it doesn't glop in big glops, but I just kind of, you know, sprayed or sprinkled a little bit around there. I actually ended up doing it on all the pieces that I had colored, even these little trees, because I thought it turned out really pretty. So just to catch you up on that, that's where we are. Once I did that, I used the 2 outermost dies and I cut these pieces, all right? And that's where I have this. So that's kind of where we're at right now, all right? My idea is that this one is going to lay flat on here. Oh, and by the way, when this cuts, ours ends up being 3 1/4 wide, or tall, I guess, wide, by 8 1/4 long. So that's where we end up with this card base. I cut this card base by 6 1/2, 8 1/4, and I scored it. I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 1/2, 8 1/4, and then I scored it at 3 1/4. So now I have that card base. So what I'm going to end up doing is laying this down just like this. And then this piece is going to be popped up on foam over the top of it. So it's going to almost give it a little bit of a frame. Blanca is letting everybody know that HSN has free shipping right now. That's awesome. That is fantastic. If you guys did not pick up the kits that we had on the other day, I know they still have a few left. If they've got free shipping, it's a great time to do it. How do I clean, Terry's saying, how do you clean blending brushes without ruining the bristles? I don't clean my blending brushes. I have one for every single color that I have. So you'll see on the back of mine, I label mine Fandango Dark Wash Jeans. And I also use very inexpensive little makeup brushes that I get on Amazon. I had a ton of these, so they work beautifully. Get a whole bundle of them. But no, I just label them with my little label maker, and because these are really inexpensive, they work just beautifully. I have one for all the color, for each color that I use. So, okay, so I've caught you up on this. That's where we are on this. I then went ahead and stamped the trees, and I am going to be doing some crafting here, don't worry. I just want to catch you up on the things I've done already. I went ahead and stamped these 2 trees, and I did it with Olive Branch, which is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous green. And I stamped it twice because I wanted it to be really, really deep. One of the great things about hybrid inks is that you can, when you layer the color, like stamp it more than once, you layer it, it's going to darken it. It gets really, really rich and beautiful. So you can stamp it more than once if you want it to be darker. And that's what I did. And then I sprinkled some of the paint on there so that that looked like it had snow falling on it too. Because when the snow's falling, it's not only going to be in the background, it's going to land on everything, right? Those of you that live in a snowy environment, like Michigan, you can appreciate that. Okay, so those are the things that I did there. I've already told you about that. This is something I want to take you through because I think this will be fun. So let me show you what I did. So here's all my little pieces. I have this one queued up. This is the die. This is my doghouse die, okay, in the doghouse. The doghouse die is roughly 6 1/4 inches in length. So I put this on my Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. It's 110 pound that I use. That's what I use whenever I'm going to be working with an alcohol marker, and I use Copics. So I went ahead and I ran this through. So this is what it looks like on the back right now. I tape it in place so it doesn't shift, just in case I have to run it through a second time, because that does happen sometimes. Depending on your machine, if you have a kind of a flat spot on your machine, then you might have to run it through more than once. Jen Ray is saying, I think companies should make paper pads that are perfect size for slimline cards. Ding, 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 ding. You're brilliant, my darling. Stay tuned. How's that? Was that good?
That was good.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off of here because it didn't run all the way to the end. So I'm just going to trim it. If my paper were shorter, it would have come off the edge. There you go. Did I just make you happy, Jen? All right, so here's all the little pieces. All the little doors and windows fall out. All right, so because this was cut with my Neenah, if I wanted to go ahead and color these up with Copics, I could. Or if I wanted to be lazy and cut them out of a pale yellow, I could do that too, which is what I did. I had a really, really pale yellow, and I chose a pale yellow because I thought it would be fun to have it look like the lights were on in the little houses here, in the little dog houses. I thought that would be really cute. So that's where we're going to go. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like the lights are on in the house. At least that's the idea. I just want it to look kind of like lights glowing from within. So let me show you what I did. I'm going to line these up. Actually, I'm going to show you how I did this. Now, you can use this border as is, and I could have used it as is, but I didn't. I just wanted to have pieces because I wanted to kind of place them wherever I wanted. So this is just another way to show you how you can use your borders. I think it's a really fun way to do it. Let me get my colors out here. What? Let me get a little scrap piece of paper because I know as I'm coloring this, it's going to go. I don't want to get color on my mat. So I have these lined up. I've got a beautiful purple for the first doghouse. Then I have this blue, and I'll tell you which colors these are in a moment. Then I have another blue here, and then another purple, and then this was a variation of reds. So I'm going to color up this first one, and I'm using BV00. It's a really, really pretty purple. Great thing about this is I don't need to stay in the lines. I can just color away because it doesn't matter, right? There's going to be no coloring police on this one.
What is BV?
BV is a blue violet. Alan's asking me what is BV. It's a blue violet.
People are saying they can't wait to get their kits.
I know. So, we've got to get someone to ship those out really quickly. Who could that be? All right, so there's one. This next one is a blue, and it's B34, so B34. Just go ahead and add the color in. And you can see as I'm adding this color in, you can see that all the little lines and stuff are starting to stand out really nicely. All that detail that's in the dye. We're actually going to make that stand out even more. So there we go. The next one is a lighter blue, B91. And Alan, in case you're wondering, B stands for blue. Sorry. He's laughing, everyone. There we go. I like to get on the inside of those too. You can actually see on here, I didn't get some of the edges very well. I'm very, very weird about getting my edges. There we go.
How do you find the gift certificates?
How do you find the gift certificates?
Yeah.
Go to the something and more paper,
Yeah.
something and more.
Oh, there it is. Gift cards.
Gift cards.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, oh, this one, I should stand that up, is BV08. And this one is a really dark, beautiful purple. And Alan, what does BV stand for, Alan?
Blue violet?
Blue violet. Give me a B. B. I don't think this is the same color I used first on this other one. It looks different. I think I grabbed the wrong marker. Oh, well. Sometimes when I'm grabbing my supplies afterwards, I'm not really good about grabbing the right ones. So this is probably supposed to be more like a BV, I don't know what, maybe a 06 maybe instead. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. All right, so there's that.
Yeah, it's Beth Valone.
Huh?
BV is Beth Valone.
Oh, BV is Beth Valone?
Yeah.
Oh, and then reds, of course, you're going to color this up. I'm not going to bother with that because I really want to deal with these houses. That's the main task here. Next is these stencils. So I'm kind of using a combination of stencils. So I have the die, and I've colored up with my Copics, and now I want to get that detail. So we have the three stencils. So if I wanted to add just color, I could use this top stencil here to get that main color in there. And then I can get the detail in with this one here. All right. And we show you again, we show you on the back which one is going to do which. And then if you're just stenciling, you're going to use this one here. Let me put it up here. This one is going to be used to color like the little doors and windows. If you're combining this with a die, with the die cut, this isn't going to work because those get cut out. But the stencil is designed to be used on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did here, because I'm going to show you how I got that detail on there. To really make that detail stand out. It's not going to stand out as great on the purple one that I'm doing right now because I used the wrong color purple for my marker. There we go. So I'm going to line that up.
Can you remove the color by using the stencil?
No, I can't remove the color because no, because well, you can't remove the color. No, you can't. You cannot. Let's just leave it at that. No, you cannot. So this is my dark wash jeans. And I'm literally just going to, I've taped it into place, and I'm going to come in here with dark wash jeans. And you're going to be able to see this over anything that is darker. I should have started over here. I'm a goofball. Because now where am I going to put my hand down, right? Get a little more of that. Make sure it gets in all those little nooks and crannies. I'll tell you, we have so much fun when we're designing these And then we get to have even more fun when we actually have the products and we get to play with them. It's so exciting when they actually come to life, you know, just the way that we had intended them to be. Oh, look how beautiful. It still shows. Look how gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this up. Get this color off here because it will end up all over me if I don't. And it's a dark color, so. Oops. Let's see. Do away with that. There we go. Put all my little scraps over. And so now you can see all that beautiful detail. I mean, look, we've even got a little dog bone up above some of the doors. How cute are they? Just adorable. And so the next step then is I trimmed it right along that stitch line, actually just up above that stitch line a little bit. That's why I colored below it. Oops, I just went a little too close, but it's still gonna work. You can see I went too close, so I just have a tiny, tiny little thing at the bottom there. But it still works. You gotta make sure you don't cut those doors all the way open. Well, depending on how you wanna use them, but where's my scissors? All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna cut these apart. Just like so. Just follow along the line, or along that die cut line. Let's see. And then this one, you have to be a little more particular with because I didn't want to have the other side of this house. I just wanted the tall, skinny house. So even though I only have a tiny little bit of that edge down there, when I come in here to put, which one is it? I think it's this one. Once I put this door in place, it's still perfect, it still completes it. Okay, so these are the little dog houses now. Isn't that cool? Crafting, but easy and fun. That's what we're all about. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to move these over. I'm not going to use these because these don't have my snow on them. I wanted to show you how I created these, and these already have my snow. So the next thing I did was I just laid these with the trees in that box I told you about, and I sprinkled them with the paint. Okay, so we have a couple of questions. Susan is saying, are you going to be on, what, Alan? Are you going to be on B? What does that mean?
SSBE, the scrapbook.
Oh, you didn't write it. Okay. Okay. Am I going to be, yes, are we going to be on Stampin' Scrapbook Expo anytime soon? November 14th. I don't know the time or anything yet, but we will be on November 14th. We will be recording videos this weekend, Alan.
Oh, really?
Jen is saying, when are the kits going to be sent out? We're going to start shipping them tomorrow. We will start shipping tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to start doing this assembly. I'm going to assemble it right onto the front of this card. And let's see. Where's my tape? Here we go. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because I want to have this in place, but I don't want this to be flat on the card. I'm going to open this up so it lays flat. There we go. Because I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of this. Uh-oh. Tape isn't working, Alan. Can you fix my tape? No. It's doing its weird thing again. Got to use my backup. Mr. Fix-It is over there working.
I think it was the operator.
User error? Okay. That's what you used to be. I used to be in tech support for the law firm where my husband works. It's actually where we met. Is it tech support or help desk, whatever you want to call it? And so we used to always joke that everything, there weren't any problems really. It was all just user error. Okay, so let me lay this on here because I want this to lay right when it all comes together. So I'm going to put this here. That should lay nicely. Did I do that wrong? Gosh, I hope I didn't because I don't think I can lift it up again. Yep, I did it wrong. Mamma mia. Oh, good, I can lift it up again. It doesn't make me feel good about how long this tape's going to last.
Why?
Because it came up really easily.
Well, I think it's the material paper.
Maybe. Let's see. There we go. I think that's much better. Adhere that down really nicely. Yeah, it looks straight now, so that's good. Let me make sure that's all going to work. It looks great. We're good to go. Okay. So next up is going to be building my scene. Susan, okay, that was generate. Okay, I thought you had more questions up and you don't. Okay. So next up is building the scene.
People are asking about the paper.
What paper?
Kit. Do we have any extra to sell?
I don't think so.
Don't we have a lot of extra of the...
We didn't get a lot of extra paper.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think we'll have a lot of extra paper to sell from the kit because I think if we have anything extra, it would be like the stamps and the dies. So I think I'm going to move this one over to here. All right, so I'm going to trim this one off right about here. Where's my... I'm just losing all my stuffs today. And I think, let me see if I want to lower this down anymore, or if that is a good place for that to be. So what I'm checking is if this is going to be up too high, and I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to work really well. And then, so I have this one here. And then this one I think is going to come in right about here and trim this one. So I want this to look kind of like these rolling snowy hills. Let's see if that's going to be enough. If it's not, I can trim it some more. So if this one goes here. And I'm not really worried about the overlap because I'm going to put something there. So that I think is going to work just like that nicely. Okay, so these, I think, let me see. These need to go flat. So everything's kind of got to go flat in the background, but I do need to leave a little bit of space so that I could so I can kind of tuck things in. Is this working? All right, good. It looked like it worked that time. So I've only put tape at the bottom there. It's kind of hard to do because my mat is the same color as my cardstock, I'm realizing. That's why I'm struggling a little bit. And then this is going to come in here. Tuck that in while I can. There's one. This one I'm going to have to lift up a little. Or I could go over. No, because I want to go this way. All right. So let me get a little bit of tape in here. And line this one up. right in that corner, right along the edge. There we go. And then I already have tape at the bottom of that one, and it almost continues beautifully there. And get this last little hill in. And I'm very careful to make sure that I have the textured side of this watercolor paper up, because I want it to, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's texture on it and it kind of looks like a little ripply. And I like that. I think it reminds me of snow anyway. All right, now we get to kind of have some fun and lay this out. Let's see where we're gonna land. Over the center here, I think I can maybe put, I think I was thinking of maybe putting a character there. And then a tall tree. How about a tall house? Just have to lay out these houses and see where they're going to fit. Let's see. And this can always be changed. And I think it has to be changed because I don't want to have the two blue ones next to each other. So let's see. Or the two purple. Ah! Actually, the two purple aren't that bad because they're so different in color. I really want this tall one to kind of be in the background here. But I want it to look like a little town. These little houses, little dog houses. This one I could even bring forward a little more. And it'll be really pretty once I get that yellow in there too. And then we can fill in with some trees. Let's see. Move him over. I'm going to put this one up here more, I think. Fire hydrant. Kind of cute. Maybe not there. I don't even know if I'm going to use a fire hydrant. Maybe the fire hydrant can go in between those houses just for some color. Sorry, I know I'm not talking a whole lot right now. I'm trying to figure out where everything's going to go. Oh. Put these these little trees back here too, because these are just going to add a lot of beautiful texture. I'm just literally just laying these around to see where it might work. You got to remember, you're not going to be able to see those trees through the houses because I'm going to have the other pieces in there. I think that's kind of a nice balance like that. Okay, so we're going to start playing with this or laying these things down. So this is how I would do it. Pull these down here so I know what's going where. I'm going to get this off of here. And I'm going to start putting my pieces in. This is my wing and a prayer, where I hope it all comes together. Let's put that so it looks like it's back, further back in, behind that hill. Ooh, I don't like this tape. Let's put this one here. And then, is this the one that fits in there? No, that's not the one.
Did you do a sentiment yet?
Did I do a sentiment? No. I have to find the little interior piece.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know. I have not done a sentiment yet. Sorry, I'm still piecing things together. I know, I'm really, really good about not remembering my sentiment. So that's going to go there. Let's get these other trees in here. Kind of like the idea of having two of these next to each other. Having this one being nice and tall. Where'd he go? Here it is. Oh no! I thought I just dropped it on the floor. Alan almost had to go dive in for a tree. There we go. And then we'll put this one here. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to put this a little off to the side. There we go. Where's my glue? I actually brought, and I don't know where they are, I brought these things this time. Let's see if I can use them. My little tweezers. I don't know if I'm going to need it though. Yeah, she just goes without it. We're just going to go without it. If my fingers get gooey, then my fingers get gooey. Look at that, how cute that is. Like lights around in the house. I love it. And then we have this one, I think, fits in this door here. You know, I'll tell you, I really, really love building scenes. I hope you guys aren't sick of seeing me do this yet, because I just have so much fun with it. It's very relaxing for me. Let's see, this one is going to be here, and then this one is going to be here, kind of up a little bit. Get a little bit of adhesive here because it's kind of skinny and my adhesive tape is not. So let's put that one down there a little bit. And then I think this is the door that fits in there. Or not door, but the interior. There we go. Very cute. And then the last one is going to go here. Just like that. I'm going to get a little bit of adhesive underneath here. Just a tiny bit. And I think it's going to be fine because, I don't know if I even got any glue on there. Yeah, I did. It's going to be fine because all this, it's all going to be covered with something else. Like something's going to hold it down, I think. We'll see. Lay this one in. Does it look like the lights are glowing inside the house? Does it? Yes. Yay. That's what I want. Yeah, you get something in your head and you hope it turns out. But sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay. And you just kind of go back to the drawing board. All right, there we go. So I think I'm good with that. These were useless for me because I forgot I had them. Okay, so I'm going to put this in place while all right, I'm going to go ahead and get the foam on this and get this into position. I actually think I'm going to tape this down now that I can. I don't know if I can get that under there. Let me get some, I'm gonna actually get my liquid glue out. So I want this to be taped, I want this to be down. Sometimes it's just easier to go in with a liquid adhesive. It's like a starry, starry night. How pretty. Okay, so next is my foam. Here's my big old foam roll. Get my scissors out.
No eyes.
No eyes. We need eyes. All right. Now I have to cut these thin. So this is the fun part of live crafting. You guys had to watch me cut my strips of foam tape.
Do those characters come with a kit? They do, right?
Yes, they do. You could put a link out there to the craft kit if you want, Alan.
Okay.
The craft kit is a retail value of over $90. Okay. We've got it priced, I think it is so discounted down to, I believe, is it $55, $95?
Sheila had a good idea.
What's Sheila's idea?
Decorate your roll like a turkey. I think she was talking about you.
I think she's talking about you.
No, I think she's talking about you.
That's very cute.
How thick is the foam tape?
How thick is it?
Yeah.
Or how wide is it?
Thick is the question, but wide would be a good
Okay.
question too.
Alan, could you?
That looks like about a 16th thick.
Yeah, it's about a 1/16 of an inch thick, which is really, really nice. And yeah, maybe about 3/4 or a little more. Let's see.
We don't have a label anymore.
Yeah, I would say it's probably about 3/4 of an inch thick. It's fantastic. You know, it is expensive. This is a gargantuan roll. It's, how many yards is this thing?
A lot.
I don't know, I want to say like 30, 35 yards. I don't know what it is, but
Several first downs.
it's huge. I was working with the same, all through COVID, okay, since March, when I started doing these lives, I was using a foam roll that I had already started, and I do these lives twice a week, plus all the crafting that I've been doing for like the shows and stuff that we do. And I literally just ran out of it. So, I mean, you get a ton. It goes a very, very long, long way. And I really like this particular one because it is thinner. It's only about a 1/16 of an inch, and that allows me to control the depth of, you know, of what I'm putting on my project. I can layer it up, or if I just want it to be really thin, which is what I like most of the time, then I'm already set with that. It also does not make my scissors gooey. I have worked with some that do, and I will never work with them again because I don't want my scissors gooey. There is nothing on these scissors. And by the way, these are the best scissors ever. You can see mine are filthy because I've been using them for 15 years. But that says a lot. I've been using this pair of scissors for 15 years. So those are Fiskars. We do have those in the store. The ones that are in the store are orange. We've got there's two different blades on there. One of them, I believe, is for cutting, like, you know, mixed media type stuff. And then the other is, you know, just for like everyday crafting. I use both. I love them. I love them. And, you know, I've worked with, like, you know, the Cutter Bee and all those things. And I know a lot of people swear by them. I've purchased the Cutter Bee. It's not my preference. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those products at all. It's just not my preference. Let me mention one more thing too. I have arthritis in my hands. Okay, so I cannot, it's hard for me to use regular scissors like that. Like when you're, I don't even know how to use them anymore. I mean, you put your fingers through them and it's hard for me because I have arthritis in my hands. With these, I have more control because I'm using my whole hand to cut. I'm not just using a couple of fingers. So for people who have issues with arthritis, these are phenomenal. Oh, and they lock. So you saw me lock it. This is open. That just locks it.
That's good for people like you.
Oh, locking them? Are you being mean to me?
Well,
everybody, Alan's being mean to me.
You try and cut your finger off once.
Yeah, but I think that was an electric saw, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So look at that. It's like lifted up just a little bit, so it's like a little bit of a frame. Now we're going to put these little characters in here and finish this off. So next up, I'm going to get some foam on the back.
That's the same thickness of the foam you always use, right? You just double it up when you...
This is the only foam I ever use.
Yeah. And if you need more lift, you double it up.
Yeah, if I want it to lift more, exactly, I will just double it. I'll lay it up, layer it like this. Put one on top of the other and increase the thickness. It gives me a lot of control. This way I don't end up with really, really bulky cards unless I want bulky cards.
Okay, Liz wants you to show the tape up close. The thickness.
The thickness of this?
And maybe show it, and maybe show it in relation to a pen maybe or something. I don't know. Something everybody would know the size of. Maybe put it on your mat.
Huh?
On your mat. Your mat, that's a 1/2 inch square.
Oh, lay it on the mat here?
Yeah.
So one of these squares is a 1/2 inch. So when you see the darker lines, that's a full inch. If I lay this here, I guess,
Yeah,
you can see how thin it is. It's about a 1/16. Yeah. It's thin, but it gives you, it allows versatility.
And this is the tape you use for the shaker cards. You just have to,
I use this for everything.
You just have to do something better on the inside.
Yeah, the shaker card that I did the other day was, the issues I had with that, with the stickiness. Any foam tape that you have is going to have, a bit of stickiness on the edges. All right, it's not just this, it's going to be others, and some are much more so than this. And when I did the shaker card, what I should have done is put some sort of a powdery substance, like baby powder or an anti-static, use my anti-static pad to get rid of, just to coat that so that things don't stick to it. That was my error. So it had nothing to do with the foam that I used. Look how cute. All right, so this guy is up on foam. I'm going to move him over a little bit. So I still want him to cover this line here. That's my goal. But I want to see the doghouse behind him because it's so cute. And then this little guy is just kind of, where's he going to be? Let's put him here. He's just kind of coming over to see his buddy. And then I'm going to put the fire hydrant next to this one. Is that their bathroom?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. It really needs like a structure around it.
Should I put that in there for privacy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. That's just how we do it here. Well, no, we don't actually do it like that here.
Well, you're not like that.
Okay, so next up, I'm going to grab a sentiment and see if I can fit a sentiment in here. This was my idea. I was going to use one of these because I already had them done. Now, if you haven't seen us do these, let me pop this out of here. Because this is like the coolest thing, and you can't keep these things in stock. And I would love for everybody to have one of these because they really are amazing. This is one stamp. Okay, so this is one gigantic stamp, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sentiments. All right, so you stamp this once. This one is used, of course. It's why it looks all, you know, inky. But it's going to stamp these circles. I don't know if you can see on the back here. See, it's going to stamp like this, and it's going to stamp those circles. Now, when you stamp those circles, your die here has the same coordinating circles. Well, actually, I don't have to show you. I can show you on the back. The die has the same coordinating circles. You're going to line the die circles up with the stamped circles. It's going to fit perfectly over all of your sentiments. There is a right way and a wrong way. So if you have it turned, you know, in the other direction, it's not going to fit. Just rotate it 90 degrees and you'll be good to go. So you're going to line it up, run it through your machine one time, and all of these are going to fall out. Okay, once you go through your die cutting machine, all of these sentiments are going to come out. They're going to be perfectly centered. With this particular die, you're going to have this beautiful ribbon cut edge. Now this is a good point. Keeping in mind that HSN has free shipping right now. Alan, do you want to grab? It's right behind the thing there. Right behind, right on the table back here.
Yes, these things here.
Let me see it.
These dies.
Yep. Okay. I don't have the stamps, so the stamps must be all right. It's okay. Don't worry about finding them. On HSN right now, you're going to find we have a wave banner stack stamp and die set. It has 2 4x6 stamps. One of them says, I think over there, one of them says celebrate. The other one says congrats. Do you see them over there? Here's one of them. All right, here, give me that one. Okay, I should have had these ready. This one is, I have the wrong packaging in here, but this one is the congrats. And you're going to get your stamp set in here. It has all 12 of your sentiments in there, but we also gave you like some large words and some other little embellishments and stuff in there. And then you're going to get, so this one is congrats. There's another one that says congrats and celebrate. I think it's the happy birthday one. My goodness, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, you're going to get this die along with the dies that are going to cut out the large words. What's so cool about it? Everything's so cool about it. It's going to work just like this. You stamp once, you cut once, you have a whole pile of ready-to-go sentiments, right? An added bonus is this wave ribbon bander that I just showed you that we cut with here to get this beautiful trimmed edge here. And I showed you this Christmas wishes stack set. This works with the wave ribbon banner that we have in our store. It's also going to work with this wave banner that you're going to get at HSN. And you're going to notice this one here has a beautiful ribbon cut edge. This one has a beautiful slanted edge to it. So they're different dies, but they line up beautifully on the same stamps. So to go with this wave ribbon banner and this wave banner that you get at HSN, you can use our Christmas wishes. You can use our harvest wishes. Those are both in our store. You can use the celebrate and the congrats with both of them also that you're going to get in your kit at HSN. And if they have free shipping right now, it's a phenomenal deal. You know, if you look at the prices of everything individually on our website versus the price for the whole kit on HSN, you're not going to be able to beat this. This is fantastic, and you get a whole big kit if you have all of that in your arsenal, in your crafting arsenal. So just a little something there. Before they're gone, I would get those because they're universal. You will have those. Just add them to your craft stash, and you're gonna be using them for year after year after year. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Let It Snow or Season's Greetings or Happy Holidays. I'm going to go with Let It Snow. I think that's really pretty because it's snowing. So that's the one we're going to do. All right, and then all of these I can put back in my package here. When I cut them, I didn't just cut these today. I cut these last time I used this. and I just store these. I put them right in the back of my packaging. However you store your stamps, you can store your cut sentiments, and they're ready for you for next time. So it's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get foam. Sherry is saying, does this tape stick well to glitter paper? You mean the foam? I think it's going to stick to glitter paper just as well as anything else does, to be honest with you. You know, glitter paper's tough because of that texture, and you know, I think it's going to be just like anything else you're probably going to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up on foam. There we go. And then I have my little extra that I store on the edge of it. I like having my little pieces here. They're there whenever I need them. Oops, I just had one fly off. There we go. They're there when I need them. That way I'm not wasting it. I don't throw this stuff out because it's not cheap. And I will tell you, we've got a really good price on it. We've discounted these things for you guys. I think really nicely. Best price you're probably going to see in a lot of places. So I'm going to I'm not going to center this. I'm going to put this kind of off center a little bit. Where am I going to put it? Because I really want those trees to stand out.
Sheila Fisher said we need one that says there's no place like home.
Oh, I'm struggling with this. I don't think I want this down here. I actually kind of think I like it down here. In the snow, white on white. Because if I put it up here, I don't want to cut off the trees. I'm going to leave it down here. It's white on white, and I think that's very elegant. All right, we're going to go with that. I think that's elegant, unexpected, and elegant. There we go. Now, you know, if you want, you can kind of glitter that up a little bit with a glitter pen. Yay! I think it's really pretty. There you go. Okay, Alan just brought up a really good point. You know, we have free shipping in the store at, we've got a free shipping discount for if you spend $75 or more. This Alaskan Adventures kit is $55.95. And, you know, then with that, you would have to pay your shipping. We also have, where's that other, it's over there, Alan. There's this, it's a falling snow die. It's over there. Just sort through the stuff there. Yeah, it's not, no, a little bit further left. The other stuff on the left. There you go. We also have this falling snow die, which is an add-on die. And this is sold separately. If you got the Alaskan Adventures, if you get the Alaskan Adventures kit at $55.95, if you add on this falling snow die, it's going to take you over that $75. Then you can get your free shipping. The only reason I'm pointing it out is if you get that Alaskan Adventures kit and you're going to have to pay shipping anyway, I personally would rather put the money that I pay for shipping, I would rather get product for that. So it ends up only costing you like $5 more than what you would probably spend on your shipping, I'm guessing, something like that.
Something like that. I'm not sure exactly.
Depending on where you live and what your shipping costs are and stuff. So I'm just saying, you know, you might want to consider it. This is an absolutely stunning die. You can see on the back how we've used it to, you know, to have it, you know, appear as though the snow is coming down from the sky. This is a die that has a positive negative effect. So some of the die or some of the snow is kind of free falling and the rest of it is cut right up into your paper, into your border. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I would just, you know, if you're interested in it, I would kind of weigh the cost benefit to it and see, you know, if you're going to be paying for shipping anyway, I would rather put the money into the die and get the die as an add-on, and then be able to use that free shipping discount coupon. So just a suggestion. Anyway, this is our card. I think it is so cute. I love seeing the trees in the background. I think that these really do look like the lights are glowing on the inside of these little houses. I think it's really, really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera back. Oops, maybe I'll put my green screen back on because I always forget that. I'm out of practice. That's what happens when I come back after a week. Okay, so let's see. We should do a giveaway.
Oh my.
A giveaway. What can our giveaway be?
I don't know.
What should the giveaway be? Let's see. Have we given away? Have we given away? Let me think. What can the giveaway be? Everybody, what should we give away? Why don't we do this? Why don't we, well, we didn't use this, so I was going to give away the falling snow die. So I'm going to say, you know what? I don't think we've done a giveaway on this yet. I don't think we've done a giveaway on the snow deer to me, have we? And we used those trees, and they were so beautiful in the background. Did we do a giveaway on these yet?
I thought so, yeah.
Did we?
I thought so. But I'm sure that people don't care if you gave them away before.
All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to do that again. I think we're going to do the snow deer to me giveaway. Let's do that. We're going to give these away. So if you haven't gotten your comments in or your questions or even just a hello, make sure you get that in, because Alan is like combing through to see if he can get the winner's name, and he's going to put that up for me in just a moment. Yay! M. Kelly. M. Kelly, you are the winner. Congratulations. You have won the Snow Deer to Me stamps and dies. Yay! Congratulations. I need you to send us your full name, because I'm guessing M stands for something. So I need your full name. I also need your mailing address. And if you could send that to customer service at ldrscreative.com, we will get these out to you right away. Congratulations! Yay! How exciting. Alrighty, so here is the card that we made. Yay! I think it's so cute. I'm very, very happy with it. I do think it looks like the little houses are kind of glowing with the lights inside. I think it's super cute. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you had some fun and maybe learned something, or maybe you were just sitting there knitting or crafting on your own and you were just enjoying the company. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I have no idea what we're going to do next week.
Don't you have a new collection coming out?
We do have a new collection coming out, yes, but we're not announcing what it all is yet.
I'm so excited about the...
Alan's really excited about it because there's some things in there that he loves. So you know it's going to be good if Alan's excited about the products in it. But I can't tell you what it is just yet, but it is super, super cool. And I will tell you this. We've got pocket pails. I'll give you that.
That's a good clue.
That's a teaser. Okay, everybody. Until next week, I hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic rest of the week and weekend. Try not to stress out too much about what is going on in our country right now, because it's out of our hands, right? Just let it roll and we'll wait and see what happens, all right? Everybody, try and relax, stay safe, and get some crafting in. It's just so good for your soul. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tuesday right here, 7 p.m.